Hello, Dr. Kemp here, Hammond Doc, with my granddaughter.
Hi, my name's Janessa Essence E. Kemp.
Janessa Essence E. Kemp. And I'm glad to always have Janessa in the shop whenever she wants to come down to the shop and spend time with me. And today we're going to, Janessa, you know what we're going to talk about today?
What?
Look, come over here and we'll look at what
We're going to talk about these black things.
Yep, that's what we're going to talk about, these little black things.
And I made some.
Well, let me talk about this because see, these are petal felts.
This one I made, and it's black, but I didn't get to finish it.
You talking about this?
Mm-hmm.
You trying to draw one of these petal felts? All right. Well, we can finish it after we finish this video. And this is a petal felt.
Mm-hmm.
And see, Janessa was drawing. She was working on this. Okay, very good, Janessa. We'll let you finish that in a moment. Okay. But the petal felt. This little part fits over the stem that when it's depressed in the base petals, it makes the base tone. Now there's a petal pusher that extends out from the petals that pushes down. It's a metal petal pusher that pushes down the stem that causes the tone. Well, these little felts fit, see, as you see the hole here. Well, these holes fit right over top of the little extension, under the extension, but over top of the little part that moves down to make the tone. Okay? And so this is how it fits in there, like this.
And I made one.
And sometimes, yes, we saw the one that you were making there. We're gonna let you finish in a moment, okay? Sometimes you need to replace those because they wear out over time. Now you have a couple of alternatives. One is that you can buy a set of those that have already been fabricated for the purpose of replacing your petal felts. The less expensive alternative, but it requires time and some equipment, is to buy some cloth that's similar to the petal felt cloth. The key to doing this, though, is that you must buy it at the same level of thickness, okay? And then you have to cut it to the same size as the vintage felts. Now, to get the right thickness, you must use a caliper. Okay, so this is a caliper, and when I check this in here, I'll check it here. I check the thickness, and I got about a 65 there. Okay. Now let's do the same thing with this. It's a cloth here.
I read it.
Good, very good. And as you can see here, I get just about the same thing, about a 65, same thing. So the thickness of this cloth that I purchased is the same as the thickness of the original petal felt cloth. And then, of course, you have to cut it to the same dimension as this. You want the same length and and the same width. Okay. Janessa's trying to show this. All right. And that's what you want. Okay. Now, so I have to trim this one to be the same width as this. All right. Excuse me. Excuse me. Let me get this. No.
Color.
Yeah. In a minute. In a minute. You come over here. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. Let me get this. All right. Then you need one of these hole punchers. I believe I bought this like at a Hobby Lobby type store, and I'm not sure if it was Hobby Lobby per se, but it was a Hobby Lobby type store, and one of these little punchers will allow you can set it. I set it, I believe, on this one, and I can take the cloth and set it
65.
and set it here like that. You want to set it, make sure it's in the middle, and then just like squeeze it, crimp it like that, and you heard it snap, and it puts a hole in there.
Let me see.
See, it puts a hole in there. And then I turn it to the next one. I turn it to the next size. So this does take some time to do. Not for the faint at heart. And make that, all I'm doing is I'm enlarging the hole. So that's the general idea. Okay, and then you want to make sure the hole is large enough. And there it is. There's your hole. And then you have to make one on this side. So it takes time. Now, you know, some people might take a screwdriver and just try to push a screwdriver through there or something like that, but you end up tearing your cloth trying to do that. So it's best to have one of these little hole punchers, because you need to make a fairly good size hole. You have, now this is the small hole. You still have to make a larger hole like this on the other end. So that's going to take some time. It takes work, it takes effort, and you have to do this for each of the petals. Okay. All right. So that does it. So if you like projects and you have the time to do it, this is something you can do by hand. This is one project that I took on a few summers ago. I tell you, it takes time to get it done. You want to show us something, Janessa? Okay. What are you showing us?
What Dad did.
All right.
What he said.
All right. What I said?
It puts a hole.
It puts a hole
in
it.
it.
All right. Thank you.
Large hole punch.
Large hole puncher. All right, large hole
And
puncher.
it's 65, and that's what.
Oh, that's a 65.
And
She
that's
wrote the 65 that I
That's
said.
what it's going to look like when you hole punch it.
That's what it's going to look like when you put the hole in it. Janessa just drew out an illustration of everything that I sat here and told you on the video. Janessa just illustrated it here in writing on this little card. So my little 6-year-old granddaughter, who is in kindergarten, she's not even in the first grade yet. This is the Hammond Doc
Even though
granddaughter.
I'm 6 doesn't mean I'm in first grade. I'm still in kindergarten.
Yeah, she started kindergarten
and
in
my
August,
favorite show is
and she just turned 6.
Frozen.
Your favorite show is Frozen. You turned 6. What was that? October. She turned 6.
28th.
She turned 6 in October the 28th. So she just turned 6, and because we're in November, and she can do all this. She can read, and she can write, and she can spell, and she enjoys Frozen. That's her favorite show right now, because look what is on her shirt, Frozen.
Frozen
Yep.
Elsa, who has ice powers, and that's Anna, who's weak.
All right. She knows all that stuff. Okay, so anyway, this is Dr. Kim Hammond Doc, along with my granddaughter
Janessa E. Kim.
Janessa E. Kemp. And so we're going to say to you to have a good afternoon. And what are you going to say, Janessa?
Peace out.
All right.
Tutus.
All right.